Good day, everybody. Mike Flores here, local Las Cruces Realtor and new home expert. Thank you so much for joining me on today's tour. I have a beautiful new home for you. 2,000 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom with a bonus room, large backyard, beautiful finishes, fireplace, and a modern Adobe style home. This is going to be a really nice tour. Thanks again for joining me. And if you haven't visited newhomeswithmike.com, you should do that today. It's a free website to help you get started shopping for homes in Las Cruces. Take a look at this beautiful home. So starting off with the outside feel of this home, the flat work alone, I love how, now this is a Veloz home, by the way, and they are signature pieces where they do this zigzag cross pattern flat work, and I really like that. It really makes a difference. You know, some people like the straight, some people don't like any at all, but it's good to have control breaks, and to do it in a design fashion I think is amazing. Speaking of Veloz Homes, if you're looking for a great builder, energy efficient, they do semi-custom work, they're very good. Give Charles Kaji a call today. He'd love to help you out. But again, beautiful home today. 2 different colors of gravel, rock arroyo. This is brand new home, so that even the foliage has not had a chance to mature yet. Everything's on a drip system. Gorgeous area. This home is on a street called Quicksilver on the East Mesa in Metro Verde. And if you take a look around, you can see there's 2 builders on this street. You have French Brothers on one side and you have Veloz on the other. And it's really nice to see that breakup where it's not the same home, you know, kind of over and over again. It gives you more of a customized feel. And this home is just incredible. So this looks like an Adobe or Mission style home. You have a really high garage door. You got beautiful black coach lights. You have these really cool posts that look like they come out of the actual structure themselves. And I've done homes like this before that were under construction and show you how those are put on. If you haven't seen that, go back a few videos, take a look at that. It's really cool how they do this. You can actually unscrew them, take them off. You can stain them a different color, keep them looking brand new their whole lives. I mean, it's a really cool way to give you that Spanish Mission Adobe style home look. They do a really good job. Very heavy rounded corners on the synthetic grade stucco. You have this sunken area here, almost like a nicho standing where the windows are in the front bedroom. We're gonna go through this home in really great detail, but that's always the bedroom I like the most with the big windows. Has the view of the front landscaping, I really like that. If you're out there shopping and you ever see these in the front, just know that those are clean outs. Now, if you ever have a new home built, sometimes they can get clogged up or, you know, down the road, you know, this is actually an easy way for a plumber to get through to it without having to tear down your walls. When I was a kid, you would have to actually tear into a wall or take a panel of the wall off to get into your piping. Well, here you don't have to do that. There are several exterior access points to your plumbing on the outside of new homes today. So it's really, I always talk about new homes are very superior to how they were building in the 1980s, 1970s and stuff like that. So technology sure has changed. You have this really pretty beam up here, corbels. You have this column, and it looks like it's actually like a carved out piece of wood, like an actual tree that's been carved, and it has all these really cool little, you know, nicks in it. I think it's really beautifully done, and they stained it like a really dark color. I really like how they do this. And it matches the front door. 8-foot door, you got your plug-in, you got a light above us, 100% LED. These homes are ultra energy efficient. Let's take a look at this home. And you can tell right when you walk in how pretty this is. You have this rotunda here with columns. You've got several areas where the ceilings are very high. That's probably about I'd say 13 to 14 feet high. Drop chandelier. This home right now is priced, I believe, at $411,000, which is a really good price for 2,000 square feet. It's really well done. It's brand new with warranties and stuff. This is a 2024 model. So giving you an idea of the prices around here, there are several homes in this area that are well over $500,000. So it's good to see some of these that are in the lower fours. First closet, coming in from the door. going to be your coat closet. It does have a smart panel here for all your low voltage, RG6 cable, your Ethernet. One thing about Veloz is they do put a lot into the internet. That way, if you're working from home or you stream everything, you definitely don't want a problem with your internet because buffering is just horrible. So elongated slate tile, really beautifully done, laid straight. I like how they did that. Plug in, got your light switches coming in. And this rotunda, this home does have a bonus room we're going to look at here in a minute, but you got your rotunda here, and then we'll start off on the south side of this home. Honeywell thermostat, you got a big laundry room here, got your linear shelf, hot and cold for your washer, plug in, and then your 220 for your dryer, and then that's going to be your extractor for your venting. For the dryer, and you got your extractor vent fan, you got your heating and cooling vent, and you also have a light. I like the cool colors in this home too. It makes it feel very modern, but it's very fresh. So first bathroom, 3 centimeter thick granite. You got a really nice, this is actually a cast iron enameled sink. Really nice, American standard product. Chrome faucets, satin nickel framing around the mirror. You got your arch here with the LED lights. You got, of course, a big tub area, and you've noticed they actually do have already installed the grab bars. That's actually very useful. Tile all the way up to the arch. They did this, kind of the same, not the slate, tile, but they did a similar tile and they laid it in staggered formation in here. Did a really good job. Darker grout, robe hook, satin nickel towel rack, and of course you have your toilet area. Nice reading room, if I might say. Linen closet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shelves. Looks like a 3.5 inch or a 4 inch floor trim. You're coming into the first bedroom. This is the bedroom I was talking about with the windows. Got 2 big windows looking outside to the front. And this home actually has a rather large front yard and backyard, so we'll take a look at that backyard here in a minute, but it does have a lot. So I mean, if you wanted to add some more foliage to it or a couple more trees, plenty of space for it, all on a drip line too. 2 inch faux wood blinds with the valance. This is very nice. That's called a valance. Kind of pops out. And then this is a 2 inch faux wood. Faux wood means that it looks like wood, or but it's not. It's more of a synthetic or a plastic. What I like about not having wood blinds is they don't bow, they don't turn colors, they don't really fade. When you have a synthetic, like the synthetic stucco, it'll stay like that for its life, which is great. So first closet, really nice. You got short hang. You got some storage up here. This is a 10-foot ceiling in here. So far, I haven't seen anything lower than 10 feet. That's great. And of course, you got your cubby, long hang, and some storage above that. Jumper duct, heating and cooling vents over there. You got 2 of them actually. This would be a very comfortable room. And I mean, look at the design of this, how it's really cool. I like the shape, how they did all this. And it's away from the living room space, so if you have guests, you can keep them in their own area, which is great. Bedrooms are definitely over 10 by 10. I'd say these are more like 12 by 12. You got plug-ins all the way around. Got a window there. Of course, you got your closet. Got a light, jumper duct right there, and then you have your heating and cooling vent. And a good design always has the heating and cooling vent around the window. This is the least insulated space on an actual wall, is the window. Of course, it's very important to have good windows, and they obviously do. These are low E windows. Low E stands for low emissivity. It means that there's a material built into the glass, typically either silver or titanium oxide. So that actually allows the light to penetrate the home, but the damaging UV rays, it bounces back outside, which is great. So off of this rotunda, you have this bonus room. And this was really cool. I don't think I've seen one like this. And it's even ready for its own HVAC. So you have a 220 sitting up high. That's going to be for its own mini split. So if you have, a need for like your own workroom or a place to exercise, you want to control the temperature in here versus the other parts of the house, this would do a really good job. And they did some built-in shelving over here. There's no carpet in here. It's all that slate tile. One thing about Veloz Homes, I love how they do the ends of their trim on their floor. They put this little kick out, and I think that's really, really nice. It keeps, you know, when you have two pieces of MDF or wood that meet in a transition, it leaves you a really high, like a 90-degree angle. It's good to have that round piece, and it makes the finish just a little bit nicer. It keeps it nicer longer, in my opinion. Oh, nice. Nice garage. Feels like it's insulated in here. It is textured, ready for paint. Chamberlain Mike, this is probably a belt-driven. Yep, it's a belt-driven. Belt-driven, folks, the difference between the two is chain-driven sometimes are stronger, but they are very much louder. When you get a belt-driven, they're a lot quieter. And if you're ever wondering if yours, you know, you can use like the smart technology, just look at the actual unit itself and look for Powered by Mike. If you see that, that means you can download the app on your phone or your iPad or your computer, and you can actually control it from that unit, which is really cool, that device. So just some good information out there. It's probably a 10-foot ceiling, 7-foot garage door. You have some soft water loops over here. This is for like a water softener, a whole house water filter. You can do that as well. That's probably an access point to one of the plumbings. It could be because there's a bathroom on the other side of this. We'll take a look soon. This is called a GFI. You can always tell by the little light, and it has a reset button. A lot of times these are in wet spaces. If you have one for your kitchen, you have one that controls maybe 2 bathrooms. If you ever are wondering, like, how come it keeps like tripping, and you go outside and your breakers aren't tripped, come to one of your GFIs and see if that's red or yellow, and if it is, just press the black and then press the red again, and it'll turn to green and it resets them. So a lot of times if you put too much load on one of the plugins, or if it gets wet, it'll trip that. So that's just some information for you. Maintenance decking here with your HVAC and your water heater. That's a gas water heater. That's where you change your filter out, and of course it has your shut off here if you want to shut off the electricity to the unit here. Real easy to do. Nice little setup. And folks, it got warm today. We're in June, and today it's probably going to hit probably close, if not at 100 degrees, which is really hot for us locals. We are very spoiled with good weather here. So having really hot weather, or even 10% humidity, boy, we're complaining already, let me tell you. So now the fourth part of this foyer, because there's the rotunda, you have a space there, a space there, a space there. This is the fourth piece. You have this rounded arch soffit, and then you have your own lights. So I mean, here you can put some more artwork if you wanted to, but then you walk into this very open space. You have a 12-foot tray with 10-foot ceilings. And I think I'm going to start in the kitchen first. You have all this, you have some staggered lay cabinetry, dark 3-centimeter thick granite, stainless steel farm sink with no apron. I like to see this. You can actually pull this out and spray. You know, it's different from the faucet here. Chrome faucets, pendant lights, lots of cabinetry. And you know, folks, people ask me, like, does cabinetry need hardware? Well, you know, hardware is good. It does look nice, but a lot of times people like the clean look, and this is a really cool way to see what clean look looks like. There's no hardware at all. You just see this full presentation of wood with no interruptions whatsoever. Now, one could put some hardware, and if I put hardware, I would do satin nickel to match the stainless steel appliances. So you have your microwave here, and here we go, it's vented out. So if you're cooking burgers, that goes up and out. And then you have your push-in stovetop oven combo with a griddle in the center. Diamond lay tile backsplash. Nice step-in pantry. And there's a lot of light in this home too. And there's big windows. I kind of close the blinds a little bit so you can, you don't get too much shading. I know sometimes we walk into homes and there's so much light, it kind of, counters the camera light. So I kind of close them a little bit. But you have this really pretty radius tray, goes into about a 12-foot drop chandelier in the center. You got 2 picture windows here with blinds and wood ledging on the windows. Oh, I didn't see this. Look at the speakers. So this home does have some music to it, some speakers in it. I wonder if that's for ambient music or for surround sound. Could be for both. Veloz is known for, you know, putting in some really cool features like that. So you have a gas fireplace. You got this really pretty tile framing around it. You got a really nice large wood corbel, plenty of space to put your big TV. I mean, you could put an 85-inch on there, no problem. Sunken vault with a light. This is where you would put like a piece of furniture for like your surround sound, or you could put pretty much anything you want in here. You have your HDMI cables down below. What's nice about these is like you don't have to start it, you just flip a switch and the fire comes on. That's really nice. Makes it really easy. And then going into the master suite, you have your own little foyer space. You have an arched soffit, you have an arched nicho. It kind of snails into the actual master bedroom. And this bedroom is probably a good 16 foot by 13, or maybe even bigger than that. Three nice windows that operate. You got plugins all over the place. A really cool recessed tray with some nice cuts. I really like this work they do. They put this like half moon almost on the corners. Just something different than you typically see. Fan. You got a return here. Now a return is another place where the HVAC is sucking air from. Usually in a new home you'll see probably two areas where you'll have a bigger than most vent, and that's one of them. It's called a return. It's where it's bringing in some air and then it's shooting it through the system, cooling it down, and then shooting it to the rest of the house, so it's recycling its air all the time, which is great. You want that. You got a really nice French doors here with satin nickel hardware and hinges. Master bathroom, you got your dark granite here, again with porcelain. These are either porcelain or cast iron with enamel, one of the two, but they're American Standard, which is a really good brand. You got two of those, chrome faucets, tile riser, cabinetry below. You got two mirrors here with a satin nickel framing. You got an arch with the LED lights. You got built-in exposed shelving. That's drywall shelves. Those are really nice. And a place even for a hamper, which is great. And then you have a really large soaker tub that's built in, and they did this really pretty fiddle-sticking to give you a nice little curvature. They are masters, you know, Veloz Homes are masters at doing that. I really see a lot of their homes that have that nice fiddlestick work, and I mean, their tile guy is pretty talented. Nice frosted window with the blinds, and you got a really large shower here with its door. Nice size. It's actually got a handheld here. So you have a handheld removable. You can adjust this to leave it in place, but you do have places to hold on to. You know, if you have a bad back or like a knee problem, that's definitely helpful, I'll tell you. Got a bench over this way. Really nice tile work as well. You do the tile work all the way around that basin. That's really cool. Reading room. And I wonder if this is a linen closet. Yep, 5 shelves. And then a walk-in closet, pretty good size. You know, for 2,000 square feet, this home is equipped really well. I mean, it's really laid out really nicely. The master suite's on one corner, the guests are on the other, and then you have the bonus room right behind the actual master closet. It's fabulous. You know, every Veloz home I walk into, there's always something different to it because they do customize homes. They'll take one of their floor plans. You can, of course, bring them your own. They do a really good job. They're very talented people. 8-foot glass door with a screen, 2 windows one on each side. Nice elongated patio, covered with the light. You got a plug-in back here, and a clean backyard ready for you to do your landscaping with rock walls all the way around. There will be a home eventually behind this home, but for now, you got some pretty nice views. You will still retain some of the views because the homes are actually spaced pretty well. You can kind of see an example of that next door to this one. You see how much space they have. So you will still retain some of your mountain views here. And there's actually a couple of model homes there. There's the Monarch Homes model, there's the Veloz model. 2 very, very good builders, by the way. Well, folks, I think I'll end it as always in the kitchen. I want to thank everybody again for joining me today on another tour. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for your likes, your amazing comments. Really appreciate all the calls I get and the text messages. If you have any questions about real estate in Las Cruces, new homes, listing your home, you want your home to be on this channel, by all means give me a call. I always look forward to hearing from you. Wishing you a wonderful day.